Yo, yo, yo. We got a big one today here. We got Texas going to the big house. Texas opens up this game. I think is what, 6.5 point favorite against Michigan. We're going to kind of get to that point spread here in a minute. So I look at matchups when I watch a lot of football. So there's a big matchup in this game right here. That Michigan cornerback, Will Johnson, against Isaiah Bond, Texas's wide receiver. That's going to be the key matchup, I think, for today for Texas to go in the big house and secure a victory. Bond's going to have a big day. The whole Texas passing offense is going to have a big day, which I think they can with Quinn Ewers at quarterback. I don't know about their running game, though, in the big house. I'm not sure if Texas will be one-dimensional. They put a lot of pieces in place to not make them one-dimensional. But I think it's the only second matchup that Texas and Michigan's had in history. You know, when you go back and you look at some historical notes, it's the fifth AP top 10 matchup between Big Ten and SEC schools. Yeah, we know Texas just came to the SEC. This is their first year, so they're kind of classifying it as an SEC team. When you go back and look at history, though, Alabama beat Michigan in 2012. Number 4 LSU, number Ohio State. They tied, I think it was 87 or 88. Alabama beat Ohio State like 85, 86, somewhere right around there. And Georgia beat Michigan in 1965. So the SEC against the Big Ten has had a pretty dominant run just in history itself. Now, I do think still the SEC is your number one conference, especially with the addition of Texas and Oklahoma. But Big Ten is definitely their number two, okay? The SEC is 14-5-1 against the Big Ten when both teams are ranked in the top 10. This is kind of cool, though, here, too. Texas is the first AP top 5 team, not named Ohio State, to visit the big house since it was Penn State beat them 94, 95, somewhere around there. Don't quote me directly on that. So it's the first non-conference game between two top 10 teams at the big house since Colorado and Michigan. And I don't remember this, guys, or not. But that game I just talked about, that's when Cordell Stewart, famous Hail Mary in 1994. Go Stewart. So Michigan has won 23, I think, home games in a row as well. It's a big game, man. It's a big game. It's a big game. Now, it's a game, too, that if either team loses, they're not going to be out of the playoff conversation. I mean, they're not Florida State. That's for sure. Florida State season is pretty much done and over with, and I feel bad for the fans and the players on that team there because they work all off season just to start the season 0-2. It's kind of bad, but hey, dude, it's a game of football and toughen up, Buttercup. So back to Texas and Michigan. So the odds makers have Texas as a 6.5 point favorite spread. And I think that's just because some of the players that left on Michigan are not there anymore. But when you look at it, going to the big house to play is no easy task. It's no easy task at all. Which is why I'm going to pick Michigan to win it. I'm going to pick Michigan to win it. It just seems like it's there for Michigan to win it. When you go back and you also look at Michigan, what they've done, they haven't allowed 400 yards in the last 15 or 16 games. So these boys can ball on defense, man. New coach, same system. I think Michigan's going to be just fine this season. I really do. I think that Texas is going to be in for a rude awakening when they get there today and they start this game off. I don't know, man. It's going to be a good game. I'm excited to watch it. I'm very excited to watch it. Another game I want to talk about real quick too is Arkansas and Oklahoma State. Arkansas put up a hell of a lot of points last week. Again, let's just be real. It was nobody that they were playing, right? But going to Stillwater is a little bit different environment. I like Arkansas plus the 10 points in that game, but I like Oklahoma State to win the game. Just from a talent level, but you never know. It's college football, man. And if Arkansas can duplicate half what they duplicated last week, they could probably pull it off. I got a score in my head like 31-37. And like I said, I just took Arkansas plus the 10 points against Oklahoma State. But I could actually see Arkansas pulling the upset as well and getting that dub. Stillwater is a beautiful place. It's an awesome place to go play. That Theta Pond over there, it's all you want as far as college football goes. Just the environment that's there, right? So Georgia Tech today, I think they're minus 3 points against Syracuse. I like Georgia Tech going to Syracuse and winning that game. I really like what I'm seeing from Georgia Tech's offensive line. Offensive lines basically are where games are won at. Their quarterback, their running backs, they are loaded right now. They also have a new head coach as well. I think it's his first year being a full-time head coach. So there's a lot of things other teams haven't seen yet as far as game tape and game film go. But I like our Georgia Tech today minus 3 against Syracuse. Notre Dame got a big win last weekend. We all saw that. A fantastic game, just on all sides of the ball from both teams. And Texas A&M kind of came up a little short in a lot of ways. But Notre Dame did what they had to do, man. They went in and they controlled the offensive line. They went in and they controlled the defensive line of scrimmage. Play calling, clock management, special teams. Notre Dame, and I hate Notre Dame. I'm just going to be real when I tell you guys this. I fucking hate Notre Dame. But they should go undefeated this year. They really should go undefeated this year. And they're going to get an automatic spot in the playoff. I mean, you can count on that happening every year for Notre Dame. If they don't lose more than 2 games, chances are they're going to be in the playoff every year. So get used to seeing it. We all seen Bama smoke last weekend. Yeah, we know it was Western Kentucky, but still a football team. Alabama, I think, come out and executed. After the first couple drives, you could see them start putting it together as far as what they were doing with this whole new pick and poke play call system. Alabama's got the talent to go all the way this year as well. They're definitely going to make the playoffs. Definitely going to be in the playoffs. But I got Alabama today, absolutely curb stomping the shit out of USF. Last year's game was a little close. Everybody remembers that. Jalen was benched, and then Alabama just went on a run after that. So I got Alabama curb stomping the shit out of USF today. Sorry, it is what it is. Roll Tide. Tide keeps rolling. So new coach, same system, championship pedigree. Tennessee is minus 9 points today against NC State. Tennessee's another team I can't stand. It's kind of crazy because my favorite color is orange, but I hate Tennessee and Auburn. They both suck to me. I hate them. They should probably marry each other and just go live in a trailer park somewhere. But I do think Tennessee has the firepower. It's Tennessee. NC State hasn't really shown me anything, but Tennessee opens this game as a 9-point spread on the road at NC State. There's something to be said about home field advantage. I don't think there is in this matchup here. I think Tennessee goes into NC State and wins comfortably by more than 9. I'm going to go on a limb here and say by at least 2 scores. Whether that 2 scores, I'm going to say by at least 13. So Tennessee covers the spread by at least 13 at NC State. NC State, there's nothing there to fear with them right now. The most garbage team in college football that's been on a pedestal for the last year and a half has been Colorado. Colorado is a 2-man team, okay? Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter. That's it. Their offensive line is garbage. Their defensive line is garbage. Their secondary is okay. I think Nebraska gets them today. Nebraska opens as a 6.5-point favorite, and I think Colorado starts the season off with 1-1, or going 1-1. There's been some people that's talked about Colorado making the playoffs this year and possibly getting in there and causing problems for people. That Colorado don't have the defense to do that. They don't have the offense to do that. Again, it's a two-man team, okay? And it's all about hype and publicity with Colorado. They're not – Colorado is not it. They are not it. Colorado is going to be lucky this year to go to a bowl game, okay? And I'm sorry, Buff fans. It is what it is. We live in the world of reality, okay? Deion's not playing. Deion's not playing. Deion's coaching, and these kids are going to get to the next level when they go to play for Deion, and they're chasing dollars. And I get it. Go get yours. Hell, I would too. I absolutely would too. But at the end of the day, it's not it. Colorado is not going to win a national title with Deion there at the helm. They're just not doing it. It's a two-man team. And again, I wish them luck. But again, Colorado is going to be lucky to get to a bowl game. Very lucky to get to a bowl game. All right, what we got here? So, Arkansas, Oklahoma State. We kind of talked about it a little bit. Arkansas being a 10-point underdog, going to Stillwater. All right, where are we at here real quick? Sorry, shit happens when you go live. Don't know how it's supposed to happen, but it happens. So, again, like I was saying, Arkansas plus 10, Oklahoma State. Arkansas covers, I believe, but Oklahoma State wins the game. Okay. It's good for college football, though, when Arkansas is good. It's good when any of your main teams or your big name teams are good. So, all right, we got a little Texas and Michigan at the Big House, baby. Let's go Big Blue. Let's go Big Blue. I'm saying it right now. I don't give a shit that Texas is in the SEC. And I know we're supposed to be all SEC proud and all that, but I don't give a shit if Texas is in the SEC. I really don't. I think Oklahoma is going to give more value to the SEC than the University of Texas does as far as football programs go. Now, it's good for recruiting. However, speaking of recruiting, I seen a video this last week where University of Texas, they had all their football players line up their Lamborghinis and all these fancy cars on the where the players walk in, where the recruits walk in, to be able to see that, which is good for them. If you want a car, hey, that's fine. Go for it. I'm not mad at you. But if you want to play ball, go to Bama. That's what you want to do. You want to play ball, you go to Bama. All right, Oklahoma State, Arkansas, here we go. Tell you when you go live, stuff happens. So, misstep, snap by Oklahoma State. Little 6-yard pass to the right. Oklahoma State looks like they're moving from right to left on our TV screen. Ooh, boy, he almost blew that. Did y'all see where they said the Oklahoma State running back was out today because he had chlamydia? All right. I find that funny. Oh, did he catch that? Ooh, y'all, Oklahoma State is throwing the ball. They are not backing down at all. Quarterback looks good. He's got room in the pocket. That's good defense by Arkansas. Good defense by Arkansas. Oh, it just went right through his hands, too. All right, here we go. 3rd and 2. Oklahoma State on Arkansas's 22-yard line. Running back in motion. Hand off to the right side. Arkansas stuffs him. No gain. 4th down. Looks like Oklahoma State now is going to punt the ball. Or not punt it, but field goal. You know what I mean? It's early. 11 o'clock kickoffs. Kind of get me twisted off a little bit. Looks like old Mike Gundy kind of trimmed the mullet down a little bit. All right. So analytics say anything that's fourth or sixth, right? And you're deep down in your side of the field here. Oh my goodness, they're going to go for it. It's 4th and 1, moving from right to left. Arkansas's 21-yard line. Oh, and they did not get it. They did not get it. Good defensive stand by Arkansas. Oklahoma State tried to pass the ball in double coverage. Bonehead play. Bonehead play. That could come back to hurt them right there. I think in these big, high-profile matchups like this, any points you can get them. I probably would not have went for it then. I would have probably have kicked a field goal. But I'm also not a major college football coach either. So I don't know. Hey, y'all, I don't know what I'm doing here really. So, but again, if you guys like what you see or if you just want to talk, right, feel free to chat. Hit that like, subscribe button. I don't know why I would kind of do this stuff every now and then. And I'd like to kind of do it more, to be honest with you, like every week. But all right, so Arkansas's got the ball, 1st and 10 Hogs. Let's go. From the 35-yard line, moving from left to right. Quarterback rolls out. Oh, he's a mobile quarterback. Oh, my goodness. Y'all ain't going to catch. Oh, lordy. All the way down to the Oklahoma State 34-yard line. Nice run right there. That dude was wide open, man. I think a fat chick could have ran through there. Jesus Christ. Oklahoma State better tighten up on defense, man. Arkansas looks like they come to play. All right, so we're 1st and 10 from the OSU 34-yard line. Single back split left. Handoff. Runs up to the right. Looks like we're 2nd down. So, looks like it'd be like 2nd and 2. Ooh, nice little cutback. Second and 3. 2nd and 3 on the Oklahoma State 22-yard line. Guys, this may be a freaking shootout game because both teams are just driving right down the field. Now, Oklahoma State didn't capitalize. Arkansas did. The end zone pass incomplete. Looks like it was attempted to number 11, Anthony. I really like what I'm seeing, though, from this Arkansas quarterback right now. Taylor Green, last week he was 16 for 23, 229 yards, 4 touchdowns. Now, granted, it was against University of Arkansas Pine Bluff, which is like a beauty school or something. All right, here we go. 3rd and 3. Let's see if the Hogs can capitalize here. They're moving left to right, single back. Oh, boom, did not. Sack Oklahoma State. That just took them way out of field goal range. So now we're 4th and a mile. Whew. They are definitely going to punt this ball right here. So we've had 2 drives, 2 missed scoring opportunities. Man. Boy, it gets hard to score it inside the red zone, man. It gets real hard to score inside the red zone. We got another good game at 3:30. It's you got Baylor and Utah. Looks like Utah's minus 15. I think they cover that hands down. All right, so 4th and 12. Looks like we're going to do a little pooch punt here. There is a flag on the play, though. Looks like Arkansas took a delayed game, kind of backed the ball up a little bit more to give them some room to punt the ball. Oh, Sam Pittman. I don't understand it how Sam Pittman was at Georgia and he's an offensive line guru. Comes to Arkansas, and one of the biggest problems they have is the offensive line. Oh, nice punt, and that's exactly why they take the penalty. Punt the ball all the way down to the 1-yard line. So Oklahoma State to take over from their own 1 yard line. They're going to be moving right to left. Looks like there's 9:29 to go in the first. Man, love college football. Love college football. You know, a while ago we were talking about Tennessee a little bit, how they opened up a 9-point favorites. I think the over-under on that game was 61 points. I'm sure the lines moved a little bit, but it's really the first meeting between these two teams since 2012 as well. Tennessee beat them, I think it was like 35-21 during that game last time they played there, but I don't know, it should be good, you know. Should be a good one, but I think Tennessee's going to be too much for them. And like I said, I think Tennessee wins by at least 2 scores, by 13, 14 points, something like that along those lines there. But I do know that in the third Saturday in October, Alabama's fixing to skull screw Tennessee. So that I do know. That's a fact. I think Kalen DeBoer is doing a fantastic job at Alabama. Now, granted, we're only in – this is week 2. We had week 0, week 1, and then week 2 this week. So next week, I think you'll start seeing maybe some change, not really necessarily changes from Alabama. I think you'll start seeing some more player adjustments and those types of things. You know, granted, we got USF today. Bama's a 31-point favorite. They're going to cover that. I'm interested to see what the point spread will be going to Wisconsin. Wisconsin supposedly has a pretty good offense and defensive line, and that's where football games are won at, are in the trenches, okay? So, I don't know. And then after that, we got Georgia. Oh, sweet peaches. Georgia coming to T-Town, baby. Everybody's going to be there for that one, including Elvis. Everybody's going to be there for that one. But I'm going to tell you right now, Alabama's going to win that game too. Alabama's offense, Georgia's going to have to score at least 40 to 45 points in that game to beat Alabama. I don't think Georgia's going to be able to do that against Bama's defense, to be real with you. But we'll know today. You know, we'll know a little bit more about Alabama. USF has a pretty good quarterback. You know, wide receivers. Their little running back they got's nasty, though. I will give them that. Their little running back they have is nasty. All right, so it looks like, God dang, dude. Last season, I didn't know this. Nick Martin for OSU, the linebacker, 140 tackles. Right, and Landon Jackson, I forgot that dude was bald. I forgot that dude was bald. All right, here we go. Moving right to left. Quarterback sneak up the middle from the 1 yard line. 9:26 to go. Second down. Looks like a 2 yard quarterback sneak. They're doing that just to get a little space off the goal line here. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but OSU's quarterback, that dude's thicker than a biscuit. All right, drops back in the end zone for a pass. Oh, here we go. Oh, he overshot the receiver by about 3 yards. Would have been a nice play, but it was double covered as well. So now we're 3rd and 8 in the shadow of their own goalpost. They got to do something here. If not, dude, Arkansas. God dang, Tugboat, number 61 for Oklahoma State. Jesus. I think his last name was Frigidaire or Kenmore. Good Lord. So if Oklahoma State doesn't convert right here, man, Arkansas is going to get really good field position. And they did not convert. They try to pass out to the flats. He underthrew the receiver, Presley, by about 2 yards. I really like this Presley kid, man. I really like this Presley kid. Hope he goes to the league, and I hope he makes it big. Dude's fast. Not a very, very, very big dude. This dude is punting literally from the edge of his end zone in the back. Arkansas is fixing to get awesome field position here. I've seen this happen many times, though, where it just gets returned for a score. Nice punt, though. Arkansas fair catch. Looks like about at Oklahoma State's 45-yard line. So Arkansas will have the ball on their own 45-yard line, moving from left to right with excellent field position. 8:46 to go in the first. I think it's what Arkansas needs, man, to get in this game. You know, anytime you go into a game when you're a 10-point underdog, if you can get on the board first, man, that puts all the pressure on the favorite team. But it already kind of ties into what I said a while ago. I like Arkansas plus the 10. Oh, my goodness. Mobile quarterbacks will kill teams. Kill teams. Nice quarterback run off to the right. Looks like for about 5, 10, 15, 17 yards, 18 yards. Woo. 1st and 10, Hogs on the Oklahoma State 23-yard line. Handoff to the right. Oklahoma State swallows that up. 8:17 to go in the first. Moving left to right, Hogs. Arkansas is already in field goal range right here. So, like I said, it kind of ties into what I was saying earlier about Arkansas being a 10-point favorite. But I still think Oklahoma State's going to win the game. However, if they can't stop this quarterback from running around, they're not going to win anything. Looks like quarterback keeper off to the right. Looks like a 2-yard gain. So now we're 3rd down. 7:44 to go in the first. He probably should have handed that ball off. I mean, he would have, he'd probably got another yard or two on that. What's Taylor Green kid for Arkansas is fast, man. He's fast. So we're 3rd and 6. Whew. Yeah, Taylor Green is the leading rusher of the day so far for Arkansas. And he's a quarterback, 4 rushes, 42 yards. Oh, my God. That dude could have ran anywhere he wanted to. Nice play over the middle down to the Oklahoma State 5-yard line. Looks like Broden was the receiver of that, or the recipient. I just noticed on Green's arm, he's got an Exodus 15. I think it will say, 15:12 on there. We'll see what that says. Kind of curious now. Oh, handoff up to the left. Oklahoma State swallows it up for looks like about a 2-yard gain. Well, Oklahoma State's got some meat on that defensive line, right? Jesus. Kind of reminds me of an SEC defensive line, is what it kind of reminds me of. 6'4", 330 pounds. I don't know who number 63 for Arkansas is, but he ate somebody's Volkswagen on the offensive line. Good Lord. Dude is huge. We got a 1-on-1 down. Let's see. Oh, touchdown Hogs. There you go. Touchdown Hogs. Hogs in the end zone. Handoff to the left. Woo! Oh, yeah, I ain't doing that shit. So, 5-yard touchdown rush. By Jackson. Right there. 6 plays, 45 yards, 2 minutes, 54. I told you. Oklahoma State needed a first down a while ago to get out of their own end zone. Gave Arkansas a short field. Congratulations to Arkansas's defense for scoring that touchdown there for the offense by putting them in that field position. Man, oh man, this is going to be a good game right here. This is going to be a good game. Let's see what we got going on with Michigan and Texas. Hogs 7, Pokes nada. Ja'Quinden Jackson. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, Jaquindon Jackson. Touchdown Hogs. Man, I think Arkansas needs this win, man. I'm just telling you right now, if they don't get this win here, they could have some issues the rest of the season. This win here is going to dictate how their season goes. They need to hold on and play ball, man. Anytime you go on the road, though, it's in play, it's hard. Mm-mm-mm. All right, little Texas, little Michigan. Looks like we're 1st and 10 at the Texas 44 at 0-0. Ooh, buddy. 7:20 to go in the first. I'm telling y'all, Michigan's defense is for real. They're not going to just let Texas come in there and just do what they want to them. That's the big house, buddy. It's the big house. You know, keep in mind they just won a national title last year, so they have a lot of pride, man. It's a restored pride at Michigan. Not really at Ohio State because they ain't won one in a while. Man. So what? I don't know if y'all like the setup in here or not. It is what it is. Stupid commercial breaks. I don't know if y'all do this or not, but it's kind of weird to talk to people when there's nobody in the room with you. It's kind of fun also though too. Kind of gives you something to do, you know. All right, let me flip on over here real quick to the Texas game. All right, so we got Oklahoma State, Arkansas Hogs. 0-7 Arkansas's got the lead. K-State at Tulane. That score is 0-0. I don't know who really cares about that game, being honest. All right, so it looks like Pokes moving from right to left, handoff on the left-hand side. Looks like a 2-yard gain. Oh, pass play off the right-hand side right there. It's going to be a first down. Yep, first down. First down, Oklahoma State. I'm telling you, man, Oklahoma State can drive the ball. Arkansas with their mobile quarterback, that adds a whole new dimension. Oh, my God, this big lumbering quarterback. Tried to do a quarterback sneak and ran for like this far. Tripped over his own big-ass feet. Quarterback and shotgun, moving right to left. Man overshoots the receiver. Good coverage by Arkansas. He was all on him like a pair of wet underwear. All right, so we're 3rd and 10. Oklahoma State trying to move from right to left right here. 7-0 Hogs. 4:55 to go in the first quarter. We can get to the Texas game here in just a minute. All right, looks like Texas is driving the ball right now. It's 2nd and 8 at the Michigan 21-yard line. First quarter, 4:44 to go. No score at the Big House. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. Man, nice defensive play by Arkansas right there. Nice defensive play. Receiver is wide open. Oklahoma State's punting the ball right to left. Let's think Arkansas gets the ball probably at about the 10 to 15-yard line. And they do. It's right around the 15 to 16-yard line right here. So Arkansas's got an opportunity on this drive here to go down and score and go up 14-0 on the road. That's what you need. That's a momentum builder right there for the rest of the game. There's first quarter, 4:43 to go. Timeout in Stillwater. All right. Texas, touchdown, Texas. Boom. All right, Michigan, you got to respond now. They come into your house, man. They're getting all up in your box. 7-0 Texas. Extra point was good. Texas looks like they come to play today. 4:14 to go in the first quarter. Looking at Chipotle commercials. I'd like some Chipotle. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like we got a good one going on in Stillwater. We got a good one going on in Michigan. Georgia Tech, Syracuse, last I looked, was tied 7-7. Again, I think the pick of the day today, and y'all going to think I'm crazy, is NIU plus 28 against Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame put out a lot of gas last week, and it probably, if there was ever a trap game to look at as far as a point spread goes, I think this is it right here. And, of course, tonight, we got the Alabama Crimson Tide, minus 31 over South Florida. I don't think it's going to be even close to a game like it was last year. Alabama sleptwalking that game and probably should have lost it, to be honest with you. As an Alabama guy, going back and looking at it, we probably should have lost that game. It was just talent that propelled us during that game. But I think tonight you're just going to see a whole different style of ball game there. South Florida fans, if you want to lose your money, take your team into 31. But I'm telling you right now, Bama minus 31 all day long. USF. I'm going to call it right now. 54 to 10. Let's go to that. 54 to 10. Alabama rolls tonight. Again, Tennessee, NC State. Hate Tennessee, but I do think Tennessee is going to pull the victory on that and cover the spread. Like I said earlier, Colorado is just straight garbage. It's a 2-player team is what it is, and everybody's buying into them. That's in Colorado, which is great. That's great. It's great fanfare, and you should totally do that and support your team. But they're a fraud. Colorado's a fraud. Not even going to a bowl game this year. Not happening. Man, this Taylen Green. I forgot. He was the Boise State quarterback. I was like, I knew this dude from somewhere, and I couldn't remember where. I forgot about that. Oh, man, what a good pickup for Arkansas, man. All right, Arkansas moving left to right on their own 16-yard line. Taylen Green pass over the middle. Ooh, nice little pass right there. Arkansas moving left to right all the way up to their 41-yard line. Man, having this kid a quarterback for Arkansas, that gives them a whole different dynamic. You know, you have to respect a mobile quarterback too, man. You can't just blitz 3 and have everybody downfield because he'll eat you over 30, 40 yards. And this kid looks like he has the ability to take it to the house every time he touches the ball. So that puts a lot of pressure on the defense. Arkansas four-man or Oklahoma State four-man defensive line. Taylen Green, pass out to the right. Another 12-yard pickup for Arkansas, moving left to right. They're already in Oklahoma State territory. 1st and 10, 3:54 to go in the first. Hogs on the move. Man, having Petrino back at Arkansas looks like it's paying dividends, man. It's not the same Arkansas team as we've seen last couple years. You know, it could just be this quarterback too, man. He's very accurate thrower. Handoff right side, cuts back up the middle. Woo, nice little run right there all the way down to the Oklahoma State 21-yard line. Like I said, Hogs on the move. Hogs on the move. It seems like they're just doing whatever they want to do, and it's working. Quentin Jackson at Utah, 245 rush attempts. Here we go, another handoff. Oh, to the right-hand side. Oklahoma State defense snuffs that one out right there. Woo, man, it's gonna be good games. Hey, y'all, thank y'all for watching. If you stayed on here or whatnot. All right. What do the Hogs got here? Looks like a pass to the right-hand side. Oh, underthrew the wide receiver. It gets real hard to score inside the red zone, man. Defense is tightened way up. Way up. All right, looks like it's 3rd and 12. Arkansas moving left to right. 2:17 to go in the first with an opportunity to go up 2 scores. Taylen Green today, 3 for 5, 58 yards, 42 rushing yards. Oh, Taylen Green takes out the middle. I just talked about that a while ago with busted coverages and trying to rush 3 people and have everybody downfield. This kid will eat your lunch right now. 1st and goal, Hogs, with an opportunity to go up 2 scores here. Wide open. A fat chick could have ran through there while walking in flip-flops. Whew. 1st and goal all the way down to the Oklahoma State 6-yard line. Hogs got the ball, single back, quarterback under center. Oh, fake handoff, quarterback rolling out, pass to the end zone. Oh, tip pass, almost picked off in the end zone. Man, the Pokes needed that. Pokes needed that right there. Even if Arkansas doesn't score a touchdown, they can still kick a field goal and go up 2 scores and puts all the pressure on the home team. Man, that kid throws a good ball, though. That was just great defense by Oklahoma State getting his hands up. That's what they work on during the offseason, tip drills. That's why they do it. Ball awareness. 2nd goal from the 6. Handoff up the middle. Touchdown, Hogs. Straight up, man, they made that look easy. Man, that was a nice drive from Arkansas right there. Nice drive. Jaquindon Jackson, 5-yard rushing touchdown. Man. Oklahoma State, number 16 team in the country. Arkansas is not even ranked. Arkansas wins this game, y'all. Y'all going to see Arkansas in the top 25. But we've already seen some crazy things happen this year in football. This is, 2nd week of football. 2nd week, we've already seen just crazy things happen. Florida State going 0-2, which they're garbage anyway. Let's just be real. I don't know who would win that game, Florida State or Colorado, if they played. I don't know. Hogs are doing it today, though. Hogs are doing it. They're up 14-0. Man. South Carolina, Kentucky today. That should be a pretty good game right there. I'm going Kentucky because I don't like Cox. So definitely going with Kentucky. Last Saturday, that's crazy. 4 wins by 60-plus points last Saturday from SEC teams. Woo. That is nuts. Like I said, I don't like Cox, so I'm going Kentucky Wildcats over the Gamecocks. $172 total yards of offense for Arkansas. 55 Oklahoma State. I've been to Boone Pickens Stadium, and I can tell you right now, it is a very nice stadium. Everything in Stillwater is nice, but they're no Oklahoma. I mean, just it is what it is. But I mean, they got a chance, especially with OU and Texas being out of there now, to actually win their conference. I don't remember how many conference titles Oklahoma State has. I think it's like a handful. That's a big old quarterback Oklahoma State has. Jesus Christ. Big dude. There's a handoff to the right. Hogs stuffed that up for no gain right there. Oklahoma State moving left to right, 2nd and 10. Minute 20 to go in the first from their own 35-yard line. Man, Arkansas's defense coming to play today, y'all. Their offense is coming to play today. Oklahoma State better pull it together. They got to get on the board here. They have got to get on the board. 2nd 10, 35-yard line. High snap, fake hand off the middle, pass to the right. Nice pass breakup by the Hogs. Man, Hogs are playing coverage defense today, man. They are on, I'm telling y'all, they're on them like a pair of wet underwear. They're stuck to the receivers. This afternoon, you got Middle Tennessee State against Ole Miss. Ole Miss probably going to hang 55 up on them, maybe more than that. These schools schedule these games, man. They get paid to come in and get beat down. Like Ike and Tina Turner, just get beat down. Man, Arkansas's defense is coming to play, man. Quarterback drop back, 5-yard pass. That's it. So now we're 4th and 5. Oklahoma State's got to put their foot in it and give the ball back to the Hogs. 32 seconds to go in the first. Arkansas right now just looks like the more physical team, the faster team, the more prepared team. That's what Arkansas looks like right now, man. Tonight, Florida A&M, Miami. Miami, I think, is the best team in Florida this year. I mean, we've seen what Florida State's about. We've seen Florida get drubbed already. Look at this. Bowling Green is up 17-7 over Penn State. 17-7. I'm pretty sure Penn State was picked by a lot of people to go to the playoffs this year. You lose to Bowling Green? Are you really one of the 12 best teams? Just saying. Hell no, you're not one of the best 2 teams or best 12 teams. You can't lose to Bowling Green and get in the playoffs. It's like calling your sister your girlfriend. They don't even make sense. Speaking of that, I'd like to give a shout out to my sister. Love you. And my beautiful wife. Love you. Hey, if anybody wants to come do this with me, kind of get on live and talk, that'd be cool too. I don't care what your favorite team is. Anybody. Man, oh man. Whew. I can't even believe that's happening right now to Penn State. Yeah, they were one of the top dogs picked to win their conference. Man, that ain't working out too well for them right now. I mean, they can still win their conference because Bowling Green's not in their conference. But I think, man, when teams overlook these smaller teams, you just you run the risk of an upset every single time. Every single time. That goes back to fundamentals, with coaching and trying to keep your team prepared. All right. Looks like Michigan's driving the ball right now. Michigan moving right to left. Nice little pass play. So we're third down inside the red zone. 14:47 to go in the second. Texas up 7-0. Looks like we're 3rd and 3. The 19-yard line. Texas today, y'all, is killing them on third down conversions. Are 4 and 5. 4 for 5. I'm still going Michigan here to pull the upset for today. All right, 3rd and 3 at the Texas 19-yard line. Timeout, Texas. They didn't really like what they seen. Apparently, I don't know. They just called timeouts. I think Sharon Moore at Michigan, though, man, I think he's going to do good as far as head coach. He was there last year on the national title run. I think he's going to be just fine. I think he can recruit. When you got money like Michigan does, you can also bring people in on the portal. Going to the big house is not an easy task to go play and win. It's just not. So we'll learn a lot about Texas today. If Texas pulls this win off, man, Texas may be a legitimate national title contender. I think they already are right now, but I'm not buying the Texas hype. I'm actually buying more OU than I am Texas just because, one, I don't like all the hype like that. OU's not getting a lot of hype, and I'm not a Sooner fan at all, but I think OU has the ability, to go in and cause some problems. In that Red River rivalry game, I think that game there is going to determine, not necessarily determine the national champion, but I think that game is going to really solidify the SEC. And Michigan went nowhere. Texas brought the entire defensive line, the water girl, 18 cheerleaders, and a tank just in to stop them. All right, so we're 4th and 3. Looks like we got a field goal attempt coming up here for Michigan. So all goes good with this field goal right here. Looks like it's going to be 7-3, 37-yard attempt. This dude's 3 for 3 with field goals, and his longest one was a 55-yarder. And that looks to be right down the middle. So that's where we are right now in the second quarter, 13:23 to go, 7-3. So according to the spread right now, which is 6.5, Michigan is covering the spread. Damn. Let's go Wolverines. All right. Back to the Hogs and the Pokes. Right. Syracuse up 14-7 over Georgia Tech. With the 3 points, that makes Syracuse 17-7. All right, 1st and 10, Hogs, 13:09 to go in the second. Hogs moving right and left. They got the ball on their own 44-yard line. Looks like a 3-man rush from Oklahoma State. Little pass to the right. And it's about a 4-yard gain. Oklahoma State's got to create pressure, man. These offensive linemen for Arkansas aren't letting anything through. Nothing. Oklahoma State's blitzing with 3. That's what they're doing, and they're doing that because they're scared of Tyler Green, their quarterback, because he's so mobile. All right, looks like Arkansas tries a handoff right up the middle. Looks like it's for no gain right now, so 3rd down. Back to 3rd and 6 is where we are. No gain for Jackson. Tulane 14, K-State 3. Man, there's a lot of ranked teams right now that are behind. Keep in mind, it's early in the games. They should be dominating right now, man. It's early in the season. People aren't hit with the injury bug yet. Oh, man, Taylor Green, nice catch over the middle right there. 1st down, Arkansas in Oklahoma State territory. I'm telling you right now, if Arkansas goes up 21-0 here on this drive here, it's over for Oklahoma State. Arkansas has absolutely come to play today. And that's good for the Hog fans, man. You know, I live here in Arkansas, and I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of hype about them. And I may have to recant what I said about Sam Pittman being gone by game 7 or 8. Looks like they've kind of put the pieces in motion. Oh, nice pass play over to the left. Looks like about an 8-yard gain. 2nd down, Hogs. Driving in Pokes territory. Yeah, I may owe my Hog fans some apologies. I'm sorry. All right, looks like we're 2nd and 1. Hogs on the Oklahoma State 34-yard line. Probably be a quarterback keeper here. And it was a quarterback keeper. I was right. Option off to the right. 1st down, Arkansas. Man, this Green kid is showing out. He may have 150 yards rushing before the end of the game. That dude's 8 for 11, 92 yards in the air, 67 yards on the ground already. And we're in the 2nd quarter, 10:05 to go. Drop back pass. Oh, he's wanting it all. Oh, nice pressure by Oklahoma State. Them fat boys ain't catching him, though. Jesus. He heaves it. Oh, my God, to the end zone and off the fingertips. Off the fingertips. Oh, he got fingered. Yeah, them big boys from Oklahoma State ain't fixing to catch this dude. This guy plays like this all year. I'm telling you right now, he will be in the Heisman conversation. He should have caught that ball. There was a missed penalty there on Oklahoma State. Definitely a push in the back. Like reminded me like some old school Johnny Manziel stuff. Hand off to the right, quarterback keeper. Ooh, slips down. Looks like a 2-yard gain. 3rd down. On around the Oklahoma State 30-yard line. Man, this quarterback is good, man. This quarterback is really good. Arkansas might be actually. Looks like they're going to be fun to watch this year. Oh, he threw an interception. Interception going the other way, baby. Let's go, Pokes. Nobody's catching him right here. He was under pressure and he threw a pick. There is a flag on the play, though. As it stands right now, it's touchdown, Pokes. Let's see what the flag is. Stillwater is erupting right now. Man, that's a drive killer right there. Let's see who the flag's on here. They haven't put the score on the scoreboard yet, so let's see what happens. Yep, pick six, baby. Pick six. Oklahoma State's on the board right now. Oklahoma State's on the board. We got us a ball game. With the extra point here, we're going to be at 14-7. 8:50 to go in a second. That was just a bad play on him. He should have, and I get it, though, not wanting to take the sack. Receiver was there. He just overthrew the receiver, straight into the defender's hands. Great ball recognition from Oklahoma State. Great ball recognition. Woo! Oklahoma State needed that right there because Arkansas was on the move. They were on the move. Somebody tell me what Exodus 15:2 is. Well, looks like we got a false start on the kicking team. How the hell do you get a false start on an extra point? I don't think it's going to make a difference, though. Good Lord. False start on the kicking team. First time ever kicking a ball. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, I don't know if y'all can watch the game with me or not. I don't even know. There's kind of the rest of my setup right there. The game I'm watching with y'all. Woo. Again, I don't know the YouTube rules or any of that shit. It looked like he had pressure off to the left-hand side. He did, man. Oh, okay. He got hit as he was throwing the ball. That's what it was. So it wasn't that he didn't overthrow the receiver, underthrow the receiver. He got hit as he was throwing the ball, and it wound up being a damn duck. Yeah, that was a nice pick six, though, man. Nice pick six. All right, second quarter, 8:50 to go. Hogs up 14-7 over the Pokes right now. I'm still not backing down from Taylor Green. I think this kid looks phenomenal. I really do. I think this kid, man, the interception, not really his fault, but it is his fault. He'll get credited for the interception, though. I'm gonna tell you right now, this kid looks like a baller, man. Looks like a gamer, and could very, very, very well. He plays like this for the rest of the year. Very well be in the Heisman conversation. And it's been a long time since Arkansas's had anybody in the Heisman conversation, but he very well could be in the Heisman conversation. Especially when down the season we start getting in these bigger games, showing out. But I'm telling you right now, in the second quarter, I'm like 80 yards rushing, roughly 80 yards rushing for him already. It's not good though if he's their leading rusher though too. So Arkansas's really got to work on that. But right now, shit, they're doing it and it's working, and keep doing it. Not mad at them at all. Keep doing it. Nice pick six, though, man. It's a game changer because, again, Arkansas goes up 3 scores. It's lights out in Dallas time. I don't know if it's an old song or not. It sounds like it could be. And yes, I know they're playing in Stillwater. I'm getting hungry. I wonder if my wife would make me a sandwich. Probably not. She'd be like, go make your own damn sandwich. Man, dude. I don't know. All right, for those of y'all that care, Texas is up 13-3 over Michigan. About to be 14-3. You know, I got to thinking about something. Say Texas does win this game. Where does that put the SEC on national ranking this year as of right now with any other conference? Is the SEC just that much better than everybody because of name recognition? Or to be with actual victories? Right? Because I'm looking at this Oklahoma State Arkansas game right now. Arkansas is pretty much having their way with Oklahoma State. You know, Oklahoma State's in the Big 12. Is this playoff this year? I understand that if you win your conference, you get an automatic bye and you get to host playoff games and this type of stuff, right? But is this a deal that's set up just for the conferences to get slaughtered when it comes playoff time? I mean, would it be something? I don't want to see playoff games that were like, you know, Georgia a couple years ago, you know, a TCU in the national title game. I don't want to see that. I don't think anybody that's a college football fan wants to see that unless it's your team that's just destroying the other person or the other team. I don't want to see matchups like that, you know, for college football in the playoffs. There's supposed to be good games in the playoffs, not just blowouts every week. So, do you have, you know, so basically, I guess what I'm getting at here, if you got a team that goes 7-5, but wins their conference. So say like right now, the Big 12, if Oklahoma State was to go 7-5 this year and win their conference, they get an automatic first round bye over a team from another conference, like say the SEC, that lost one game, but because they didn't win the SEC title, they don't get a bye. So I think there's a lot of things that still got to be worked out with this 12-team playoff. Now, granted, I do like the 12-team playoff. I like the idea of it. I don't want to see any more than 12 teams personally. But I have a problem with a team that 7-5 and wins their conference gets an automatic bye into the playoff just for winning your conference. Nice pass, Taylor Green over the middle right there. He threw that about 2.5 miles. Whew, just like that, Arkansas is back in Oklahoma State territory. Like about a 35-yard pass over the middle to Tesla. So I don't want to see a team like that goes 7-5, get in the playoffs, get a first-round bye, and then a team that's more deserving. Let's say Michigan. Let's say Michigan loses today, and this is their only loss of the year, right? Well, no. So say Michigan loses two. They lose this one here, and then they lose Big Ten game, and they don't get a conference. All right, hold on. Let me clear my train of thought for a second. Pass play over the middle here, deep in Oklahoma State territory. Running back for Arkansas tried to truck the defender. When he did, he fumbled the ball. Turnover, Oklahoma State's got the ball right back. Wow. That is two critical plays on two critical drives for Arkansas. Arkansas looked like they were on the possibility of going up 21-0 and then maybe 24-0 to 28-0. But yep. You got to hold on to that ball, buddy. If you're going to play big boy football and try to truck a defensive end, you need to hold on to the ball. Okay, so back to my train of thought. If Michigan loses this game here to Texas, and they lose one more, and they lose a Big Ten game, and so say they only have 2 losses, is a team that goes 7-5 from the Big 12 better than that 2-loss Michigan team? No, they're not, right? But so with the way the playoff format's set up, that 7-5 team, just because they won their conference, gets an automatic bye. Meanwhile, Michigan, for example, would have to go to Bama and play. You know, I'm just throwing scenario games out here. Or to Texas and play. You know, play them again. Or to Georgia and play. Or to Notre Dame and play. Or to USC and play. Or to, hell, a night game at LSU and play. Meanwhile, while the team that went 7-5 from the Big 12 gets a bye, I don't understand that part of it. I don't understand that part of it there at all. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens, you know, when it comes playoff selection committee time. Because keep in mind, you can only have 12 teams, right? So you got your winners there. Then you got your at-large bids that you get put in as well. And, of course, Notre Dame, which can't stand Notre Dame either. So you have Notre Dame in there. So you're going to have all these power-ranked teams, and then somebody be left out of the playoffs because they didn't win the conference. But they lost 2 games versus a team that won 5. But just because they won the conference, it's an automatic bid. Okay, I see. That makes total sense. Bullshit. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense. But again, we're not going to play Florida State this year and say we should have been in. If you're in, you're in. If you're not, you're not. Say just win your games and it doesn't matter. I think that's what they're kind of setting it up to. Win your games and it doesn't matter. But I do think how crazy would it be if Georgia got left out of the playoffs this year? Let's think about this for a second. So when you look at Georgia's schedule, y'all think I'm crazy for telling you this, but I'm going to put it out there for you because I don't care. Obviously, they got Tennessee Tech today, right? They should curb stomp them. Then you got Georgia going to Kentucky. Georgia should win that game pretty handily, but I think it's going to be a lot closer than what people think with Kentucky. Just because the following week they're looking at Alabama coming to Tuscaloosa. So I think Georgia's a fundamentally prepared enough team where they're not going to overlook Kentucky. But you're also not going to see everything from Georgia because they know they play Bama the next week and they don't want Bama to see what they're doing. Even though Bama's not dumb, they already know what the hell they're doing. So you got Georgia at Bama. I'm giving Georgia the L there. I'm taking Bama in that game all day long. It's in Bryant-Denny Stadium. Just offensive firepower that's there. And Alabama is Georgia's daddy. It just is what it is. And then the following week, you got Georgia and Auburn. Kind of torn on this one here because I hate Auburn. Does Auburn have the capability to beat them? Yeah, they do. I think home field advantage there for Georgia. And then you got Mississippi State, Georgia. I see Georgia just walking all over Mississippi State. Then you got Texas. Texas, Georgia. I think Texas gets Georgia there. You know, Georgia goes down to Texas and plays. That's going to be a different environment than it is at home. I think if that game was at Georgia, Georgia probably pulls the upset on that game there. Oh, it looks like the call was overturned and the ball was given right back to Arkansas. 2nd and 10. Second quarter, Arkansas moving right to left, 5:43 to go. Hogs up 14-7, looking to add some more. All right, so Florida, Georgia. So Georgia, Texas. So I think with the game being played in Texas, I think that goes home field advantage. Texas. If it was in Georgia, I would say the other way around. So there's 2 losses already for Georgia. You got Alabama, you got Texas. We're not going to talk about Florida because they're freaking trash dumpster garbage. So let's move on to Georgia, Ole Miss. Now, they're at Ole Miss playing, and I'm going to tell you right now, Ole Miss is going to put up some points on that Georgia defense. I don't care what anybody in the world says. Lane Kiffin and company, they know what they're doing. Up 21-7 Hogs. Nice run up the side. God dang, dude. Arkansas came to play today. LaQuinton Jackson said, feed me. All right, so we already got 2 losses for Georgia there. We got Alabama. We got Texas. I said, then Ole Miss. I think Ole Miss gets Georgia. I really do. I think Ole Miss gets Georgia. I don't think Georgia has the firepower to keep up with Ole Miss. I do think Ole Miss's defensive line is going to have to step up big in that game because of Georgia's O-line. So I'm going to go and call it right there. Ole Miss beats Georgia. There's 3 losses for Georgia. So now, does Georgia get in the playoff? If this scenario was to happen, with losing to Ole Miss, Texas, and Alabama, does Georgia get in the playoff, and do they deserve to be in the playoff versus a 7-5 team that just wins their conference? Because chances are, if Georgia loses those 3 games, those 3 teams that they lost to will also be in the playoff. I don't know. Or does... Yeah. Okay, let's back it up for a second. Hypothetically, if Ole Miss beats Georgia and Ole Miss was to lose 4 games this year, but yet beat Georgia, does Georgia get in over Ole Miss, even though they beat them head-to-head, right? So these are the questions that I don't think have been answered yet with this whole playoff. Now, granted, it's still the first year of the 12-team playoff, so it all has to kind of come to fruition, as they say. You have to let things play out, right, and see how they're going to work before you can automatically just make changes on it. But again, as a football fan, I love chaos when it comes to college football. NFL football, not so much, but college football, I love absolute chaos when it comes to it, especially with a new format like a 12-team playoff. There's some fan bases out there that, i.e. Florida State, I feel horrible for you guys. I really do. You missed the playoff last year. Boo-hoo, whatever. You do all this work in the off season. You get all these transfers come in, work in the portal, and it's just not working out for you. Is your season over? No, your season's not over. Are you going to make the playoffs? Fuck no, you ain't making the playoffs. And just being real, you're not making the playoffs. You'll go to a good bowl game, right? Which is the goal. But you'll go to a good bowl game. You made your money from NIL. Some of you players are going to the league and make more money, millions and millions of dollars, which is great. At the end of the day, football is just football. It's a game, right? But when you have passionate fan bases, it's more than just a game, right? It's a lifestyle. It's no weddings on the 3rd Saturday in October. You base birthday parties around football games, engagements, vacations, those types of things, right? It's just because the passion of college football. Which brings me back to, if a team goes 7-5 and their fan base is going nuts, how does a team go 7-5 and get in a playoff over a team that went 10-2? Just because they didn't win their conference. So on the Ole Miss situation, Ole Miss has firepower. Ole Miss has the potential to cause a lot of chaos this year in college football. Do I think they will? Absolutely, I think they will. I think that's Lane Kiffin's MO. The coaching staff that he has there, I think they've all bought in. They all believe. But let's say Ole Miss does beat Georgia, and Ole Miss does lose 3 games this year, but beats Georgia. Are they left out of the playoffs because of a 7-5 team automatic bid, conference winner? I mean, let's be real. Would you rather see Ole Miss in the playoffs? And again, none of this stuff, I don't know what's going to happen. Nobody knows what the hell's going to happen between now and the end of the year. But would you rather see Ole Miss in the playoffs, or would you rather see, I don't know, a Tulane, for example, just because they win their conference? I'd personally rather see Ole Miss. I'd rather see good football, And again, I don't want to see a blowout. If you was to put a Tulane in there just because they won their conference against one of these schools like Texas or Georgia or Alabama, I'm just telling you, they're going to get drubbed. And the TV contracts don't really care about the fan bases. All they care about is the money. That's it. And the conferences. That's all they care about. They could care less what a fan thinks. They really could. It's on what benefits their pockets. And what benefits their pockets is selling out the stadiums during playoffs. And it's not even really their stadiums, it's the home stadiums, right? Would you rather have a home playoff game being played at Tulane, or would you rather have a night game played in Death Valley? Which one's a better fan experience? Obviously, the night game in Death Valley, but there's a real possibility that some of these teams are going to be left out just because of the automatic conference championship. I think that's the only flaw with this playoff deal, is that I think it should still be left to a 12-team playoff, yes, but with a selection committee picking the 12 best teams. Because you're not going to get the 12 best teams. You're just not going to get the 12 best teams. It doesn't work that way. And then what's going to happen, to have the 12 best teams, you're going to have 3 or 4 teams from one conference, like the SEC or the Big Ten. It's not the 12 best teams. It's not the most deserving teams. I think what's going to happen there is you're going to have teams, once the scheduling is done and out, really just say, hey, we just got to win, so let's schedule games we can win. You're going to lose quality matchups, right? Like your Texas and Michigan. Like, I think that's a fantastic game. That they've played, I think, twice. This is their third time, I think, playing in history. I think that's what I said earlier. You're going to lose those matchups. Yeah, you'll gain some things like that in the playoffs, which I think will drive more people to the playoffs to see these games. But I think it shouldn't be automatic conference winners, because again, Tulane wins their conference, they're in the playoff. Come on now. Let's be real. So that's kind of my rant right there on the playoff deal. So I appreciate you for if you're on here still watching. I appreciate you for sticking with me on this deal. Again, I'm new to all this. If anybody wants to jump on here ever with me or come to the crib, a little studio deal, we can talk or whatever, just let me know. Live here in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and we'll get you set up on it. So I appreciate you. I'm gonna grab something to eat and roll Tide.